In the heart of Enugu, there lived Obinna Obi Nwokoye, a young, flamboyant Igbo man known for his opulence and sharp tongue. At just 32, he was already a real estate tycoon, driving a fleet of exotic cars and living in a mansion that overlooked the city like a palace on a hill. Obi was not born poor, far from it. His father, Chief Nwokoye, built a business empire from cement and steel. But Obi took it further, investing in tech, politics, and entertainment. Money seemed to multiply in his hands. He was the face of every billboard and the ghost behind many anonymous donations to churches and orphanages. He was loved. He was feared. But above all, he was proud. People said he was too arrogant, too loud, too full of himself. But Obi would always say, "If you don't praise yourself, who will?" Even God declared himself almighty. One Friday evening, he arrived at the grand opening of a luxury hotel he'd just completed. He wore a white senator outfit embroidered with gold, a Rolex that sparkled like diamonds, and a smile that screamed, "I own this town." People clapped as he entered. Phones clicked. A popular social media influencer whispered, "That man is Nigeria's Jay-Z." But amid the admiration stood a woman who didn't clap, Amaka. She was dressed simply, in a red Ankara gown, holding a tray of palm wine. She wasn't a guest. She was part of the event team. Obi's eyes caught hers, and something shifted. She didn't flinch. She didn't bow. She simply held his gaze. "Who is that?" he asked his assistant. "Just a waitress, sir." Obi smiled. "I like her eyes. They remind me of truth." The next day, he tracked her down through the event company. She was a graduate of University of Nigeria, Nsukka, studying sociology. He invited her to dinner. She refused. "I don't date men I serve palm wine to," she said. It intrigued him. Weeks turned into months, and Amaka became the one woman Obi couldn't conquer. She wasn't impressed by his wealth. She asked deep questions, challenged his beliefs, and reminded him constantly that money didn't make the man, character did. Eventually, Amaka agreed to a relationship. And for the first time in years, Obi found himself vulnerable. He laughed more. He listened. He even visited her modest home in Nsukka and helped her mother pound yam one Sunday. People thought it was a joke. But one morning, trouble came. A newspaper headline screamed, "Obinna Nwokoye accused of land fraud, 500 families evicted." Obi was shocked. A junior manager had sold off land that belonged to a community in Anambra, falsifying documents. Though Obi had no direct hand in it, his signature was on the final papers. Social media exploded. Yoruba Demon, Igbo edition. Money without conscience. Obi tried to fix it. He hired lawyers. He paid compensation. But the damage was done. His investors pulled out of a new project in Lekki. 2 political endorsements were withdrawn. Even some pastors returned his tithe. But the worst pain came from Amaka. "You have a good heart, Obi," she said quietly, "but your pride blinds you. You never check details. You trust the mirror too much to see the dirt on your face." Obi couldn't take it. "You sound like the rest of them," he said bitterly. "You think I'm just a rich fraudster." "No," she replied. "I think you're a king who never learned how to kneel." She walked away. For the first time, Obi felt small. Weeks passed. The noise died down, but Obi remained silent. He stopped posting on Instagram. He rejected party invitations. He even sold 2 of his cars and invested the money into rebuilding the evicted families' homes. Quietly. Without cameras. One evening, Obi drove alone to the community in Anambra. He wore a plain shirt and slippers. No bodyguards. No speeches. Just presence. He joined the locals to clear bush and dig foundation trenches. At first, they stared. Then someone said, "No him be that." Another replied, "He's sweating like us oh." And just like that, respect was reborn. Months later, a small article appeared in a local blog. Obinna Nwokoye redeems himself, rebuilds homes for Anambra families. Obi didn't repost it. Instead, one cool Harmattan morning, he drove to Nsukka and knocked on Amoka's door. She opened it, surprised. "You came." "I did. And what do you want?" He smiled, humbler now. "To kneel." And he did, right there, in the red dust, in front of her mother's compound. Not for a proposal, not for show, but for forgiveness. Amoka's eyes softened. She reached out and pulled him up. "You're still rich, Obi," she whispered, "but now, you're also wise." And for the first time, Obi Nwokoye, the prince of Enugu, realized that the greatest wealth was not in buildings or bank accounts, but in the heart that learns to bow before it breaks.